I need everyone watching this video to do something for me today. Forget popularity. Forget fan loyalty. Forget who your favorite actor is. Because today we are asking a dangerous question. Who is actually the better actor? Not who is more famous. Not who has more followers. Not who trends more often. Who is truly delivering the strongest performances right now? Because one actress gave audience a heartbreaking performance that made millions cry. Another transformed herself into two completely different people inside the same film. And somehow, both fan base are convinced their favorite is untouchable. But that's not all. We also need to talk about Maurice Sam. Because I watched a performance recently that genuinely made me stop and ask, where has this version of Maurice Sam been hiding? And then there is Funke Akindele, who may have quietly built one of the most powerful entertainment brands in Africa. Not just in Nollywood, in Africa. So buckle up, because this conversation is about to get very interesting. Let's start with the debate currently dividing Nollywood fans. Uche Montana or Bimbo Ademoye? Now here's why this conversation is difficult. Because these actresses are not competing from the same angle. They are not winning audiences the same way. Uche Montana in emotional roles. When people talk about Uche Montana's recent performances, one word appears repeatedly: authenticity. She has developed a reputation for making ordinary struggles feel deeply personal. Not flashy, not exaggerated, not overperformed, just believable. The strongest actors don't always dominate scenes. Sometimes they pull audiences in quietly. They make viewers feel like they are watching a real person instead of a character. And that's one of Uche Montana's biggest strengths. Quick question. What matters more in acting? Emotion or technical difficulty? Remember your answer, because we are about to talk about Bimbo Ademoye. Now let's discuss somebody who continues to surprise audiences. Bimbo Ademoye. One thing I respect about Bimbo is her willingness to take risk. Because playing one convincing character is difficult. Playing two completely different personalities in the same story? That's a different challenge entirely. The biggest danger with dual roles is repetition. Audiences must immediately recognize who they are watching without confusion. The body language changes, the speech patterns change, the energy changes. And if the audience forgets they are watching the same performer, you've done your job. So, maybe we are asking the wrong question. Maybe this isn't about who is better. Maybe it's about who has the broader toolbox. Because emotional realism and technical versatility are not the same skill. Personally, I think this debate reveals something positive. Nollywood finally has multiple actresses operating at an extremely high level. And that's a win for audience. Because 10 years ago, we often had conversations about stars. Today we are discussing craft. Alright, it's your turn. Uche Montana or Bimbo Ademoye? No fence sitting. Pick one. And tell me why. Now let's move to a performance that caught me completely off guard. Maurice Sam. For years, audiences have known Maurice Sam as a dependable performer. Consistent, charismatic, reliable. But recently, I saw a different level. Sometimes actors reach a point where they stop acting the role and start inhabiting it. And that distinction matters. The anger felt real. The frustration felt earned. The emotional moment never felt forced. You know, a performance is working when audience stop discussing the actor and start discussing the character. And we also need to acknowledge Nancy Isime, because balance matters in storytelling. When one character brings intensity, another often provides stability. And that contrast helped make the story work. Now let's talk about somebody who has completely changed the business convention of Nollywood. Funke Akindele. At this point, calling Funke Akindele just an actress feels incomplete. Obviously, she's an actress, a producer, a filmmaker, a strategist, a brand. One thing separates long-term winners from everyone else: the understand audience. Funke has spent years studying what connects with viewers: comedy, drama, family stories, relatable characters, and perhaps most importantly, consistency. Streaming has changed everything, obviously. I keep saying this. Streaming has changed everything. No longer are films competing only inside Nigeria. They are competing globally. And Funke has adapted remarkably well to that reality. Every successful release strengthens our position as one of the industry's most influential creators. What fascinates me the most isn't the numbers, it's the longevity. Because trends come and go, algorithms change, audience evolve. But somehow, she keeps finding ways to stay relevant. After looking at all these stories, one thing becomes obvious. Nollywood is entering a very interesting era. We have actors pushing themselves creatively. We have streaming changing distribution. We have YouTube creating new stars. And we have established filmmakers still finding new ways to dominate. And honestly, that's exciting. But here's the question I want to leave you with. 10 years from now, when people look back at this era of Nollywood, which actor or actress will define it? Will it be Uche Montana because of emotional storytelling? Will it be Bimbo Ademoye because of her versatility? Will Maurice Sam become one of the defining leading men of his generation? Or will Funke Akindele continue building a legacy that becomes impossible to match? I want real answers in the comments, not just names. Give me your reasons. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you subscribe to Wole Pops TV so you don't miss the Pops Vibe Show. Like this video, share it with every Nollywood fan in your contacts. Because, trust me, there is one major Nollywood conversation everybody is avoiding right now. And when we finally discuss it on this channel, the comment section might explode. So, this is me signing out, and I'll see you in the next video.